Rodney, the deal is agreed, and the plan for Greece to cut its debt to 120% of GDP by 2020, compared with the current 160%. Can that really be done?
No. When this crisis started, Greece was at 120%, that is to say national debt, GDP. Over 100% is unrepayable, and that's the situation in the USA. If you add in the austerity measures, it goes up to 170%, and then after 8 years it comes down to another unrepayable level, which is 120%. The plain fact of the matter is these are manipulations to justify the banking occupation of Greece. The Greece people should revolt, because they are being smashed into the ground, their sovereignty is being destroyed, their property assets are being sold off, they're being put into poverty and debt peonage, not just for the rest of their lives, but for their children and their grandchildren's lives. The whole thing is a fraud.
Well, if Greece again fails to meet its targets, and based on what you're saying, it sounds like that could happen, is there anything left in the country that could be cut?
Yeah, the Greece people are brave people. One thinks of their record during the Second World War. They're highly inventive people. All that they need, in fact, is a new policy. That policy must start by controlling the banks, which create money out of nothing, put it at compound interest, and do not put it into the real economy, and in particular to the spreading of the real economy. And unless then you open up an interest-free supply from your own national bank. But to do that, Greece must get out of the euro and take its own destiny forward in the same way as Iceland is now doing, and doing very successfully.
The Dutch finance minister has demanded the establishment of a permanent troika office in Athens to ensure Greece fulfills its obligations. How democratic is this suggestion?
This is an office of the financial fascists. These are the local Nazi implementers. They are the sign that Greece has been occupied, colonialized, and sacrificed for something which is not going to work in any case. The office should be kicked out, for starters.
Well, the EU is kind of seen by many as taking on a sort of parental role when it comes to Greece, writing off part of its debt, giving more money in exchange for promises that Athens will do what its creditors say. Tell me very quickly, why is the bloc so keen to hold on to such a shiftless member?
I didn't hear all the question, but the fact of the matter is that the IMF, the EU and the European Central Bank are trying to preserve the situation in Greece, to uphold a crumbling system which is now completely out of control, which is increasing debt all the way around the world, which is not taking account of the fact that jobs are being destroyed by technological shifts, which takes no account of the manipulations, the fraudulent manipulations which come from the uses of computers, for example. One way or another, they are desperate to maintain the situation because they have a belief that it is fair, efficient and just. They also think it will come back into balance. It is not fair, it is certainly not efficient, it is not just, and it is not coming back into balance. So you're really seeing part of an overall downward turn, which is going to go on for the next 10, 15 or 20 years.
Thank you. That was political analyst Rodney Shakespeare from London.